start with the name of Allah, who is most merciful and kind. So my name is Arshad Ali Meman. I am a student of Sindh University campus, Larkano. So today I am here for the video presentation on the course of Public Enterprise Management. So these are the outlines, contents of the course Public Enterprise Management, which I will describe in the video presentation here. So first of all, management. Management is the act of getting people together to accomplish desired goals and objectives using available resources efficiently and effectively. Basically, management is done by the manager within the organization. Its basic techniques through this manager increase the performance of the employees within the organization by achieve the desired goal with effectively and efficiently by reach the standards of the organization. So here is the function of management. So planning, organizing, leading, controlling. These all are the four are the function of the management, which is operate, or we can say that is done by the manager within the organization to set out the objectives and reach their desired goals within the organization for succession, or we can say that the increase the wealth of or increase the profit of the organization. So here is enterprises, which is course enterprise management, public enterprise management. So before I start this, they basically I clear here the topic that what is enterprises. Enterprises basically is a company or business, often a small or one. So enterprises is all about the businesses. Either that business is small or that is we can say is huge, or we can say that is a small entity, or we can say that is a corporation. It's all about the businesses to earn the profit. So enterprise means to plan a business, to start it and run it. It means to bring factors of production together, assign each its proper tasks. I already told you that it's all about the businesses to for the production factors of productions. So here is a public enterprise management. So if we take the public enterprises, it means it's all about the government. It's done by the government for the people. So the government sells goods and services to common people through the means of state owned. That is called public enterprises system. So basically the government who sells goods, either services to the common people, it's all hand over, or we can say it's owned by the government. That is called public enterprises. It means all the enterprises which is run or operate by, yeah, we can say that the entrepreneur by the government, that is called a public enterprise management. So public enterprises owned by the government and managed by the government. So I already told that the public enterprises also done by which all activities are, we can say all the owned by the government and managed by the government. Because in the public enterprises, the capital rises, or we can say investment, all is done by the government. Either that is a central government, either that is a state government. So public enterprises are autonomous and some are semi-autonomous. So if we take the public enterprises in which some are the autonomous, and all in all, we autonomous means we can say that all in all, which is done by the only by the government, and some are the semi-autonomous, which means which are some are the related with the government, either that is not fully in the government involvations. So here is the this picture shows the different organizations and enterprises where is the government public enterprises are working. So that is the Pakistan State Oil, Sui Northern, PIA, Pakistan Steel Mill, National Bank, or we can say the NEPRA, WAPDA, and we can electricity. So these all the public sector, or we can say that organizations which is run or owned by the government shares or government investment or capitals. Fully government but provided by the public for the publics. So public sector organization, if we take the public sector organization are formed in three different forms. So the basic three different forms of the public sector organization through that the public organizations is run. So first is a departmental undertaking. So second one is a public corporation, or in we saying that saturation corporation, and third one is a government company. So here is a companies can either be the private company or public companies. Also, there are many types of public sector organization. As I already told that the either that is some public enterprises and some are the private enterprises. If we take the public enterprises, that is only owned by the, or we can say that is entrepreneur only the government. But in the private, that is entrepreneur is everyone. If I will start my shop, small shop, that I am entrepreneur, and that is a public enterprises. If there is a PIA, that is a public enterprises, that is a big corporation. So these are all of the examples of public and private enterprises. So here is a form of public enterprises. Here is a three form of public enterprise management. So first one is a departmental undertaking, second one is a public corporation, and third one is a government company. These are the basic form of the public enterprises through that the public enterprises are run or owned by the government. So first one is departmental undertakings. So what is departmental undertaking is we can in easily words we can say that is undertaken only by the government within the organization and within the enterprise, not in other involvement. Other enterprises and we can say other authorities are involved in this section and this department. So this is the oldest form of public sector enterprises. That I already told that that is the oldest form of departmental undertaking, means it is the oldest form of public sector enterprises. The department undertaking is considered as one of the department of government. It is no separate existence that government. Then the government, I already told that it is involvement only by the government, involved by the government, not in other existence or separate existence are there. So if we take example of the departmental undertaking, that is a railway, post and telegraph, broadcasting, telephone services, etc. These all are the enterprises which is comes in the category of a departmental undertaking. So these are different enterprises run by the different ministries of the governments. So here is a departmental undertaking features. That first one is a formation, how that is format, how that is create. So department undertaking is created by the government and is attached to a particular ministry. So I already told that formation, that formation only owned by the created by the government, not in other enterprises, which is particularly run by the attached by the ministry. As I already told that the railway is the ministry, different enterprises have a different ministries. So second, no separate legal entity. It is a no separate legal entity. It cannot sue. It cannot be sued with government. Government consists. It's only owned by the government. Without that cannot be owned, or we can then cannot be sued. So third one is the management and control. It's management and control only by the ministry of the government, and no any other private involvement is in this categories. So fourth one is a finance. It is only financed by the government out of budgetary opportunity. It in this category, the finance, or we can say investment, or we can say that the budget is given by the government, not any other things. So number five is a no borrowing power. It is a no power to borrow because only government is involved. No one is involved in this category. From that, these enterprises are borrowing some capitals or shares. So second one is a public corporation. Public corporation is an autonomous organization which is established by a special act of the central or state legislature. So this one is a all in all organization which is only established by the special act of the government legislations. The special act define the power, duties, functions, immunities, and patterns of the management. So different public or corporation have a different their functions, their duties, their powers, rules, and regulation. Either that is a corporation or a state level, or that is a stationary corporation. So the example of these public corporations, corporations means it's a huge level, it's a high level level of the enterprises. So the example of these are the life insurance corporation, or we can say that in this category PIA, or we can say State Bank of Pakistan, and we can natural gas of the Pakistan, or Gas is in the run in the our world Pakistan. So the future of public corporation is a formation. Public corporation created by the central or state legislatures. I already told the first slide that that is also operate or the act created by the state government or central government. Separate legal entity, like a company, it is separate legal entity. It can be sued or not sued. So management and it is managed by the board of directors. So different organizations, a different board of director. The rules and regulations is done by the state government or legislature, by the board of director run with that acts. Finance, it is wholly financed by the governments. As I already told that that is public corporations are the financed by the capital is given by the and invested by the government, not another thing. Borrowing power, it is the power to borrow funds from the government as well as public. That is as we the give example of the life insurance company, that is run by the government, but they can borrowing, or we can say that the power as well as given by the public they can invest in their policies in the organization. So these are the all about the borrowing powers. Authority to revenue, it is authority to use its revenue to meet the expenditure. So high revenue increase the profitability of the organization. Budgeting and audit, it is a power to prepare also own budget. So in other words, we can say that the accountability. Accountability is the public through the concerned and legislation process. So if we take about the public corporation, there are some merits and some other demerits, because everything have some are the advantages and some are the disadvantages. So here is the merits of the public corporations are operational autonomy and flexibility, works with services motive, easy to raise funds, and accountability. As I already told that this corporation has invested or raised capital by the government, and acts given by the legislature or the state government. Accountability is on auditing or controlled by the own self is on the basis of government efficiencies or government acts. So here are the demerits of public corporation, in which the lack of autonomy in the practice, unresponsive towards consumer, difficulty in charging the act. So in this category, in the public corporation, there is a consumer unresponsible. If we take example of PIA, so there is a very lacknesses. And if we take example of life insurance, there is a very low irresponsible given by to the consumers. They not focuses on that. There is a lacknesses all in these public corporations. So third one is a government company. So government company is a company or an organization in which at least 51% of the paid up share capital is held by the central government, state government, or partially both. So government company is fully we can say the paid up by the both. Either that is the central government or the state government, or 50-50 they are give their shares by the raising their profit or investment. So here is the example of the government company. Here the electric power company, hunting and sporting arms development company, refinery, all these and etc. And other organizations which is only run by the state government or central government. So this picture show the different enterprises that is, we can say that government enterprises, that PIA, PSO, Jubilee Insurance, and Allied Bank, and we can say the National Bank. So these all Unilever, these are Summit Bank, Nokia, these all things that are the government enterprises. These shares are, we can say the investment are shares given by the central government or the state government. So future of government corporations or companies, the government company get incorporated under the Companies Act. These are incorporated by the Company Act, that which Company Act is are issued or not. So the government companies wholly or partially owned by the government. The share capital of these companies owned by the government of Pakistan in the name of the president. The main feature of this government company is the capital that is shared by the president of the Pakistan. President of the any country in the, if we are the Pakistani, that we can say that it is a shares is capital is shared by the government of Pakistan president. So here is some merits and some are demerits. So if we are take example of government company, that they are easy to farm. First one is easy to farm. They are easy to farm because they have a huge capital. They either they are run or easily the run. They are easily to establish. The second is flexibility and raising capital. So they where is a they are need, there is a no need of a capital. If they have a need of capital, they automatically capital raised by the government. They have no any private share or outside share are required, but in some organization they are required. So operational flexibility, they are easily to run, facilitate private participation, easy to amend and exposures. So here is the demerits, and we can say disadvantages of government company. Lack of accountability is, I already tell that in the government sector organization there is a lack of accountability. The government is not focuses on these things. As I already I was a student when I was a student on BBA, that I was in internship in the National Bank. There is many employees which are free working in the organization, but there is no is a lack of accountability. That either they are not working in organizations. So absence of real autonomy, fear of public accountability. So here is this point is there is no any fear of public accountability, that because the government is a authority that no one can ask or no one can then audit. The government has only own acts, own rules and regulation. So lack of professional experience, that is very big issue basically in our Pakistan, that in the government organization there is a very uneducated, and we can say that unexperienced people are working. They have no any experience, they are run. So lack of accountability and policies management, they don't follow the management and policies and rules in the organization. So these all about the private public sector enterprises. So here is the private sector enterprises. So private sector enterprise managed and controlled by the entrepreneur. I has already told that the private sector only entrepreneur or a entrepreneur controlled by the entrepreneur. Because if I have a shop, if I have a small entity that I run, my rules, my acts, only I can do something, everything, because investment or capital are invested by me. That is all control or authority is only given by me, because I am an entrepreneur. I am myself do anything. So private sector company are companies which are not run by the government. That is very much clear, that that is not involvement of any government. These all are the involvement of the entrepreneur or the private entrepreneur. They are the part of the country. Only this support the country economy system, and individual company with the international and earn the profit. They are run and easily to run, they increase the profitability. So this is a very much clear example of the private enterprises, that all the communication networks which are working in the Pakistan, Ufone, Zone, Waris, Mobiling, these are the main example of private organization and enterprises. So the characteristics of private sector enterprises, there is a private ownership, that I already tell that if I have a shop, that I am entrepreneur, that I am owner of that shop, that I am doing anything which is dependent on me. No one is any resistance, or no one any involvement by the government. So second one is a private management, any management which is done by the privately entrepreneur, by the entrepreneur. No any government or any other authorities are involved. Private accountability, private financing, profit, professionality. So these are points I already told in this slides, last slides. So here is a globalization. Globalization means it's all about the world. There is some multinational companies, they are trade, import and export is a very much, very a good example of the import and export, very good example of the globalization. The people which are working, which have a different organization, they are either working in the different countries of the world. So globalization is a system of interaction among the countries of the world in order to develop the global economy. So globalization is a interaction between among the countries, different countries. If we take example in our country, the wheat, rice, and a class is export into the in other countries, and some products we import in our countries from the China, India, America, Saudi Arab, and other different countries. So these are the trade for increase the globalization, by increase the economy of the different countries. The effect of global improve the international trade, technological progress, and influence. These are about the effect due to that globalization. Some are the affected these things. So here is the the main example of globalization is a multinational companies. So multinational corporation is a corporation that has its facilitation in other assets to at least one country to other than their home country. So I already told that the one thing, some organization, some corporation have different branches within in the different countries of the different countries, different countries have different countries. So in this category, there are many organizations which are working in different. So as we Unilever is a multinational company, Nestle is a multinational company. These are example of the Google is a multinational company, Samsung, Unilever, Coca. These all are the multinational company which is working all over the world by the globalization trade, import, export, everything which is done by the multinational company. So here is the future of multinational company. So huge amount of capital, that is if they have a different branches, different organizations, different branches working in different organizations, because they have increased their capital, their profitability. Second point is a large size plant and machineries. In this category, there is a different organization and different machineries are working in different sectors, various activities, expansion, large scales, professional management, advanced technology, the market expansions, profits, estimate, objects, control of head office organization. So I already told that these are the features of multinational company which is working in the all over the world by globalization and trade within the one country to another country and many other countries. So this is all about my presentation, video presentation, which is given by me in the subject of course of the public enterprise management. So thank you so much for everything. Thank you so much for time. So Allah Hafiz.